I want to start out foremost by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles, GMS groups and ones alike. Teaching 100% truth, Shalom, Barakathon to them. And double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike. Teach 100% truth, Shalom, Barakathon to them. Give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Rakadish. This is just an update relating to this is going to be a quick little video update relating to CNBC.com. Live updates and some key points I wrote down. This is CNBC.com. Live updates. George Floyd's family calls for first-degree murder charges and investigation related to his autopsy. Shalakia. The CEOs and business leaders are largely voicing support for the demonstrations and calling for aggressive and intentional efforts to reduce social economical inequalities. California adds more National Guards, 1,100 National Guards members with a total over 4,500. Now, a comment that Governor Gavin Newsom made: the black communities is not responsible for what's happening in this country right now. We are. Newsom, our institutions are responsible. We are accountable to this moment. That was Governor Gavin Newsom. That was his comments relating to that. More than 1,000 people were killed by. This is a statistic from 2019, relating to a chart. 2019. More than 1,000 people were killed by the law enforcement last year, 2019, according to the map in police violence. That's about 3 people every day. Every day, those killings. That's about 3 people every day. Those killings disproportionately impact black people who account for nearly a quarter of those killed by the police, despite making up only about 13% of the population. That was a 2019 one, a daily police charts. That's on that CNBC.com, June 1st, early this morning at 9. CNBC.com. That's where you find that at. There's no official federal database of police killings in the U.S., but data collected by independent researchers shone a light on how many people died each year at the hands of law enforcement. Data shows that 99% of the cases, 99% of the cases, no police officer was ever charged in a connection relating to with the killings. Now, some other things. Miami says the protests pose a setback to reopen efforts relating to reopening businesses, the beaches, etc. in Miami, because Miami's has one of the highest cases relating to in Florida, related to the COVID virus cases in Florida. That's Miami-Dade. Now, the music industry is calling for a blackout Tuesday. 2 executives from Atlantic Records launched a social media hashtag in response to the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor was in Kentucky. She was shot by police on a no-knock warrant. And Aubrey was the one relating to in Georgia. And of course, George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and other black citizens at the hands of police. Now, the blackouts call for the music industry to stop operations on Tuesday to bring awareness of police brutality and racial injustices in the U.S. And he also told the industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry which profit predominantly off of black art and music. Our mission is to hold the industry, including major corporations and their partners, accountable, who benefit off the efforts and struggles and successes relating to black artists in the industry. Now, Minneapolis police render 44 people unconscious with neck restraints in 5 years since early 2015. So there have been previous cases relating to this kind of issue for the past 5 years, since early 2015. And that was found by an NBC news analyst, found that. These are pending cases, man. That's probably why the people pretty much uproar relating to not just this situation, but previous situations that probably been going on in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and pretty much in a lot of major cities, man, where this is a major problem. The looting starts. This is a comment related to, as the president said, looting starts, the shooting starts. Now, the mayors were condemning Trump's comments relating to, the matter of this, and this is one of the matters. And it was flagged by Twitter. The looting starts, the shooting starts. It was flagged by Twitter for glorifying violence. You know what I mean? Plus, he was condemned by other governors relating to his language, his form of language and use relating to, certain matters. Now, this was just something short relating to more information relating to various articles relating to different protests relating to different states. CNBC.com, CNN.com, Washington Post, and various other articles relating to the uproars and protests in various cities. So this was something short relating to that. I'm just updating key points, man. So pretty much relating to the Minneapolis one specifically, there's a lot of past pending cases relating to certain use of techniques and among, dealing with police and upon certain people, man. And this a perfect example since early 2015, you know what I mean? So I'll put this with we in 2nd Ezra 15 and 17 talk about martial law, you know what I mean? If we desire to go to pretty much one city, it will not be able to, you know what I mean? That's martial law. Civil unrest. So we put it with 2nd Ezra. Let me just get it. I'll just get it so I don't, just read it like it's supposed to be. The 2nd Ezra 15, 14, and 19, these verses are going to be brought out a lot because that's what we actually in. Woe unto the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. 18. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Number 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. He shall, read that again. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of a lack of bread, and for great tribulation. 16 and 17. We in sedition. Never talks about sedition among men. That's what we're in. You know what I mean? They rising up against the princes and powers, man. You know what I mean? They taking the power back in their hands and rising up against the princes and powers. You know, and that's what's happening. 16 and 17 with the martial law. There was a video, I believe it was in Minnesota, where either National Guards and or police, they were telling people, get in your house, and they didn't do it, so they shot at them. You know what I mean? What looks like powdered some kind of powdered bullets or something, but they shot at the house because they didn't comply. You know what I mean? They didn't get in the house when they told them to, and that's pretty much where we're going to be. That's going to be the future. That's relating to martial law. This is just the early steps of it. That's going to be the future relating to the full implementation and more relating to martial law. You know, relating to these curfews, because there's a lot of curfews. You know what I mean? Curfews are set, you know, relating to this weekend, you know, this weekend relating to the protests in various cities. So, so we in that times. We in times of sedition. You know what I mean? That's what we're talking. We're in times of people rising up. You know what I mean? You know, that spirit of unfortunately anarchy, chaos. The beginning steps of anarchy and chaos. You know what I mean? That's what we're in. We're in a different societal state of mind relating to society now. The new normal is the abnormal, and the abnormal is the new normal. You know what I mean? So we're in a different place now. The past that we once had, the past that was relating to society, that's gone. That's gone. So this was just a few verses, something quick relating to a few key points relating to that CNBC.com. So we give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Raka Dish. Shalom, thank you for listening. Shalom, thank you.